Alright, it's Crazy Carl again, and today I'm going to try to fix a garage wall. So, project's going and craziness, and my hands get better, and then I have to repair my garage. Then I busted my ankle, so you'll notice I'm hobbling around. So
that's what the cane in the corner is for.
Yeah, don't worry, it's not a break, it's just a bad twist. I need something. Having to use an old tube of liquid nails. It sealed itself, so it's still pliable in there. The adhesive I was going to use ended up having solidified. So
One way to put it. We could have built the wall out of that.
Now I'm working out how to break into this metal tube. See if I twist it. The tools are all buried, so I have a pair of shears that would be perfect for this. By the time I find it, I can probably break this tube open.
Yep.
There we go. See? Just like that.
Well, this was built decades ago by a company that shall remain nameless. They cut a lot of corners when they built this place. So that's why, if you notice, we had a windstorm a few weeks ago.
It was last week.
It was last week, yeah.
I noticed it. I didn't notice the problem until a couple days ago. And what's bad, I just came from where I could have bought more adhesive, but I had 2 tubes of it, so I didn't bother.
Yeah. And take a look at huge dent in the wall there. The wind literally picked up the wall and moved it outwards. How do you know your building has been shoddily built? When the wind moves the walls from the inside.
Well, I'm going to try some of this Flex Seal stuff that I used to seal up the Subaru, the leak in it. It's more waterproofing than adhesive, but I didn't have quite enough liquid nails to go all the way across, so I figured, well, it'd be worth a try. I'll have to buy another tube for over that part of the wall, but at least maybe I can get this part of the wall back where it goes.
Yep, and that's all he's really doing, is just giving it a couple of good whacks. Here we go. Now, if you're thinking, well, why don't you just go to the hardware store and pick up more? It's Sunday. We live in the middle of nowhere, so the hardware store is closed.
And even on Saturday, it would have been closed. It could have closed at 2, and it's 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
So
that dirt dauber was not happy about the condition of the wall. He complained.
I'm sure. I guess I can't close this door, so.
Okay, what are you doing now?
I am trying to shim this up because this side's a little off height, so it's not wanting to stay anchored. So I keep having to bring it back, and I'm trying to solve that problem again.
Yeah, it's funny you say anchored, because if it had been anchored originally, and no, we did not build this building, if the previous company that had been paid to do this construction had anchored these walls to the floor instead of gluing it down, I don't think we'd be having this problem, would we?
No. Well, you notice there's nothing there. There should be a 2x4 down to it, and there should be an anchor bolt here. There's nothing. There's not even boards there. So I'm actually having to use the door seal, and that's just going to stay there.
Now, what project was we were supposed to be working on? Another project. Do you want to reveal that?
Oh yeah, we were working on the F-150, the fuel tank, and really,
which, that's it over there. It's been pulled. It's covered in crap, but it's been pulled.
Yeah, everything went south pretty quickly. I got the tank pulled, and that's as far as I got. And oh, I love how the wall is now too short to attach to anything. So, let's just knock this thing under there.
Yep. Oh. So, yeah, that's why you're getting kind of a semi-construction project today. What else are we going to do today?
I'm supposed to be building an engine hoist because no one has them in stock, apparently. And I've got a chain hoist, but they didn't actually build this place with any proper support beams. So I've got to install proper support beams to be able to use a chain hoist that I have. So, yeah.
We're annoyed.
Yeah, this has been all kinds of...
Yeah, as you can tell, Carl isn't even in his usual traditional uniform here right now.
Yeah. Too much trouble.
Apologize about that. As you can see, he's hobbling around, though.
All right, well, no one has liquid nails around here, and I don't have time to run 3 hours to someplace that's open, so that's round trip. So we found Gorilla Glue. It's waterproof, permanent seal, binds to anything, so give it a go. I've had good luck with Gorilla Glue stuff. It and Flex Seal seems to be the things I keep going back to. Both of you can sponsor us. I would appreciate it.
Just give us free product.
Yeah, you don't even have to pay a thing. Just send us some glue and some paint and...
Yeah, if the Flex Seal guys want to do it, we'll build a car out of the screen door or something. We'll paint a car in Flex Seal if they want to sponsor us. I've never painted a car before, but dang it, I will figure it out and paint a car in Flex Seal if they want to sponsor.
I've primed a car before. Does that count?
I guess, sure.
There. Now hopefully the glue will hold it in place.
Yeah. What tool are you using there?
Dead blow hammer. That is greasy. They work better when they're not greasy. You're less likely to lose grip on them. Okay,
All right.
now I got to glue the next section, and then come out here between the truck and the wall and try to pound it in.
Now, all we did is laid a bead
Filled it.
and filled it from...
And then everywhere we could get under.
Yeah, laid a
And
bead
then I
and filled it.
Pounded it back set. And it keeps moving back, of course. This thing will not stay. Stay, wall. Stay. Stay, I tell you. Stay. Stay.
Now, next, we're going to do it over here.
Yep.
Lay the bead down and
Lay the bit down.
beat it into
underneath
place.
And then beat it into place. So, and repeat. You'll see glue all in here, too. So, we'll get as much under it, then all in here, then I'll beat it into place.
All right.
And that's next.
Okay. So this is how far that wall slid out. This is where it was originally, right here where my finger's at. This is where it's at now. If you go down here, see where this line in the grease is? That's 3 inches. This is why you build things the right way the first time. And again, we're not going to name companies by name because we don't have lawyers and we don't want to be sued. But they're a local building company and I wouldn't trust them to get me an order from McDonald's.
No, they do the cheapest for them as possible. There's
Yeah.
not enough supports, not enough cross beams. They didn't anchor stuff. They use glue instead of securing them.
Yeah.
But I'm going to pound this in and then try to pound it all in, and hopefully the glue will hold.
Yes. Okay, we got closer. Yeah, and if you're wondering why we don't replace, why we don't just rip these boards up and anchor, that's why. We got to tear this whole building down and rebuild it. Close.
What?
I said you're getting close.
Okay.
Hey kids, ever wonder why we don't just glue buildings together with liquid nails? This is it. Imagine having to do this after every time you get a strong gust of wind.
And we live in the Midwest.
Yes, and we live in the Midwest. The aftermath of a job well done?
Yeah,
Question
we
mark?
got it back in. Hopefully the glue holds. I'm going to set a couple nails into these boards because these boards are supposed to be anchor point. And there were nails in here one time, but obviously they gave up. So we'll set one up here and one down at the bottom on this side. We're going to put one on this side, and I'm going to set a new one over there on that side. And that
Back down
should
here.
hold it, hopefully.
All right.
At least in the next bad windstorm.
Yes.
So this was kind of car related. It's getting the shop together in order.
Yeah.
And it did force me to finally clear all this shelf off, and I found stuff that was from who knows how many owners ago, including one thing is still listed AMC as a valid brand.
It's in the mix down there. Oh, that's the white bottle. White bottle right there.
Right there, yep. Power steering fluid, good for all domestic and most imports.
How old is this thing? Good Lord. It's worth money. About 5 cents. So once all this is done, and that fuel tank video that I showed you will be completed and up, we will also, pardon me, build a hoist of some kind here he's talking about. That was the original plan today. Huh?
Yeah, I got to build an engine hoist.
So we get an engine hoist up here, and sorry about the mess. As you can tell, we're under literal construction here.
Apparently it's good construction.
We may return to a project that I want to return to. And finally get the final things going on this thing.
I'm more impressed with the fact that treated wood they used is not very treated.
Yes. This company also builds houses.
And they did the same quality with them.
Be afraid. Be very afraid. Alrighty. Well.
Until next project.
Yes, until next project. If you enjoyed this, please like, share, and subscribe.
Yep, and we will have more car stuff. I've got the truck coming. I have something that may be interesting happening with a trade on the Subaru with someone. Another car guy. Trade projects, which is always a bad idea, but it might be a good one.
That'll be interesting anyway.
Oh, yeah. That's the reason why I'm having to figure out the hoist. So, until next time,
yes.
Share, subscribe, and torture your friends with it. Have a good evening.